on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go again with Lloyd. Whoa! And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Third and 6. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one, a gain of 18. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
This is just backbreaking here. If you're the defense, you feel like you're in a really good spot. It's 3rd and pass. You understand what the offense likely has to do to convert the 1st down. They just don't do a great job of covering the receivers. And at the same point, let's give a lot of credit. Nice job by the quarterback working through his progression, getting to the right choice, and it pays off for a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll start this on the ground with Lloyd. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, faking the give. They left a man wide open downfield. He's got him. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
The defense is just going to have to find a way, Mike, frankly, to just make this more challenging from the time the quarterback has in the pocket to the amount of separation the receiver has downfield. At this level, that is just too easy. They've got to tighten up both their coverage and find a way to get some pressure on the quarterback. Because if they don't do either, expect a lot more big chunk plays like we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge 4th down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Browns 1st down.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going right, it's taken in.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Oh, trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Well, there's one thing for sure, Mike, is you're not going to blame the protection up front. They had more than enough time provided to this quarterback to make a better throw, and I think he's just trying to force something that wasn't there, and the defense takes advantage of it.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Let's go.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker. Be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
2nd and 7. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They'll stick with him again. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go.
This drive will begin with a run by Lloyd. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's going to air this one out, and this will be incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. That's complete. It's Lloyd. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run over center, and it's Lloyd. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Hawk 70.
On first down, right back to Lloyd. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. Second and a yard. Now a give up the middle. And that'll be a gain of 2. And a first down. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
Let's go now.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hup.
And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. The return starts from the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down. They'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That's another quick 1st down, and that's a 25-yard gain. He'll get this out to his running back. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Quick throw, taken in, and he puts his head down and he picks up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now they'll set up to throw. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Give inside, there's Lloyd. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
And that is incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw yet again. They'll go right back to Musgrave. He's got it again. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This one taken at the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Browns. The extra point is good. And the Browns will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! Go!
A run, and this is Lloyd. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready, ready! Ready, ready!
This one is caught by Reed. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Track at 60! Let's go! Ready?
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in.
Here we go! Set! Go!
A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper. And the Packers will take over possession here at the 44.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Go!
On 1st down, it's Lloyd. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. to throw here to begin the drop. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback, and I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This returnable from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
60 Eagles, 60. Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They run. It's Lloyd. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Tackle there by Michael Hall. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Set up. Check go.
Another run here with Lloyd. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Come on, set.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and Now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
That's caught! And he's in! Touchdown, Packers.
This is kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure, and when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity, and quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup, good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
1st down and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
They've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Going right sideline and complete. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Cleveland. They send him right out of the slot. Handoff here, up the middle, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Throwing right, it's taken in.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They left a man wide open downfield. He's got him. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. We'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is 2nd and goal. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And he does all he can to get away, but they're going to get him right at the line of scrimmage, and it will bring up 4th down. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
At their own 40-yard line.
1st and 10. Now, faking the give. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. They'll stick with him again. And a minimal gain there, down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9.
Set.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion.
Go.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one. Thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. 2nd down, goal to go.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Trap goal 80.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it is 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Right back to him on 1st down. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now a give on the ground, and he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll drop to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready, ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice. 2nd and 11. So it's a